welcome to Just Events Online Women Hour. And the Women Hour generally discussion on special issues on women in our society. So many women are facing a lot of challenges out there. They encounter multiple barriers when it comes to standing up for themselves. This is a mini edition of Just Events Online, and today we have a guest in the studio who is a political analyst, and she's going to be speaking on our topic, build up women. In turn, this Women Hour is a program that is basically on women in our society. A lot of women are facing several issues, several challenges out there. I am your host, Rukayat, Shittu. And today in the studio I have Dr. Abdulmaliq, Mopelola, Risikatullah. She is a political analyst and also the coordinator of Women Wing Must Change and the only female member in the 2019 coalition of civil society for peaceful election in Kwara State and lots more. Thank you for coming on the show, ma.
It's a pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
And before we go, I will have to read a brief citation about our guest. Dr. Abdulmaliq Mopelola Risikatullah is from Asa local government area, precisely Laduba. School attended Ilorin Grammar School, Kwara State Polytechnic, Ilorin Federal Polytechnic, Oko, Anambra State, Enugu State University of Science and Technology, Enugu, University of Ilorin, Olabisi Onabanjo University, that's in Agoyiwoye. And one of things that piled up its portfolios include she was a public relations officer, Ilorin Student Union of Kwara State Polytechnic between 1994 to 1995, the vice president of Kwara Youth Reformer, that was in 2009, and the only female member in the coalition of civil society for peaceful election in Kwara State in 2019. Also the coordinator of Women Wing Must Change, the chairperson of the standing committee on First Kwara Women Summit organized by Must Change in 2019. Conferences attended and paper presented. Association of Sociologists of Education in Ondo, that was in 2013, 2015, 2016, 2017, 18 and 19. Journals, articles and papers. Community involvement in the planning and management of World Bank funds in oil producing community of Nigeria. These are among the journals and articles and papers presented by her. Female education in Muslim community, a case study of Alano community in the Ilorin West local government area of Kwara State. An examination of Bulgarian and Marxian position on social stratification and the implication on Nigerian society. That's an international journal. Adolescent and counterculture, implication for sustainable development. This is a conference paper as well. Rethinking the implication of quota system on access to university education among different ethnic groups in Nigeria. This is a conference paper as well. Understanding the imperative of mental health education in the research economy. This as well is a conference paper. Understanding equally Mashivili position on political leaders and their relevance to the management of Universal Basic Education Fund in Kwara State. This as well is a conference paper. Among our community services is donation of pamphlets on examination hints and techniques to students of Golden Era Group of School, Alagbadu, and being a member of Kwara Youth Reformer that organized extramural classes for students in between 2008 and 2010. These and some others are what part of our profile. Thank you for coming, Dr. Abdulmaliq Mopelola. As I said that she is a political analyst and also the coordinator of Women Wing Must Change. Ma, on our topic today, this is a meeting edition of Just Events Online. Women Hour generally is a discussion on subjects of special interest of women in our society. So many women are facing challenges out there. They battle when they encounter many barriers when it comes to standing up for themselves. This is what prompted the topic for today, Build Up Women. And as one of your specialized area, gender equality. So, what do you understand by this Build Up Women?
Thank you, the moderator. When I look at the concept of Build Up Women, it's basically about what can we do to lift women up? What can we do to change the narratives that have been a lot of women in Nigeria and South Kwara State? What to build up a woman? But looking at what can we do to take women out of poverty? What can we do to take women out of ignorance? What can we do to take women out of political poverty? Because when you look at the concept of poverty, it encompasses a lot of issues. Economic poverty is when you don't have money to feed yourself, have any square meal, you did 3 square. And aside from that, when you cannot make decision, there is medical poverty too. When you cannot make decision on what you want to do with your body as a woman, that's a poverty too. Because you don't have that capacity to say, I want to have this number of children. There is social poverty too, the ability to relate on this. On an equal template, especially when it involves the opposite sex, man and man relationship. If you are not able to come out and express yourself or stand up, I'm a woman, and so what? It's also a poverty, and there is political poverty. When you look at the concept of political poverty, it's a situation in most parts of the country. When you look at what is happening in Nigeria, woman, when you want to become as a woman, you'll be afraid of you standing up, that you have any political idea, that you have an idea politically, because they will look at you. So inability to take that decision is also an aspect of poverty. So when we want to build up women, we want to build up from all these templates, we want to change all these negative narratives. I think that's what to build up a woman is wise.
With all what you just said, Ma, what do you think we can do, the society can do to assist women in this regard?
It is somehow unfortunate that we are in a society, a patriarchal society, where all we talk is a man's word.
Yes.
It's a man's word, man. We are just here, just for being here, for being around, for being in this part of the world. Then, before I go into that, I would like to examine the concept of a woman. Who is a woman? When you look at that concept is nebulous. When sociologists says a concept is nebulous, that means it can be viewed from different angles. But one thing is constant: the features that determine who is a woman is different from that determine who is a man. When we look at the aspect of who a woman is spiritually, we have to look at the Bible, the creation, the Quran, and the Bible. Adam, how God created Adam, and look at around. Surely this my creation needs a partner, and he decided to create a woman. Then biologically, who is a woman? A woman must be somebody with all those biological features. Yes. That definitely when you see a person, this is definitely a woman. From that aspect, we can define who a woman is. Then when we look at culturally, when we look at it culturally, the concept of woman culturally, we are looking at what is our culture saying? Who is our culture saying? This person, because of this, is a woman. Our culture is our culture just impose certain divisions on us that we cannot really change it, but they battle to change it. There is this socio-political description when it comes down to being a woman now. In your community, in your world, imagine. All the local government, all the world, you don't even have a woman who is the chairman of a political party. That means that socio-political narrative within that setting that describe who is a woman. That's the way I will look at it. Then when we look at it critically, that what can we do to change this narrative? We have to look at all this concept of who is a woman. We have to look at the spiritual aspect of who a woman is. We have to look at the biological aspect of who a woman is. We have to look at cultural aspect and socio-political aspect of who the society thinks a woman is. Let's look at it spiritually. A woman cannot lead a prayer. Yes. It's an accepted position of religion. But in the church, in most of our churches, we have women pastors.
Yes.
That's the acceptable concept of religion when it comes to a woman being a leader. Then there are certain narratives that has now entered this, that even want to contest for any position and using that, even some businesses. Before now, even in those days, a woman doesn't plant yam. You can't plant yam because you're a woman. Yes, I know. Like in the East, it's only cassava and those cassava and all these petty crops. Woman can plant, and you say you want to plant. Yam is a crop for man.
What about cocoa?
Cocoa yam for doing this olubusu. This cocoa is a natural, but who know what is available in the western part of the cocoa? I don't think people, if you are a woman in the southwestern part where the cocoa is being planted, you can only own it when you inherited it. I never see a woman told I planted cocoa, no, or I inherited it from my father. I've been hearing that. So we have to look at what is in that aspect. In the aspect of creation, is there anywhere in the Quran or the Bible where it was explicitly stated, where it was clearly stated, where it is established that a woman must not be a leader, a woman must not lead a prayer, a woman must not, those aspects of religion, the Christendom too, even the other religions too, they have their limitations, the traditionalists, there are limitations on the aspect of religion that the woman must not go into. So we have to look at that if we want to solve that aspect of the problem.
Okay.
Like the Quran, and you know, I tender my own research apology to the ulamas and definitely I'm a product of a home. I'm a daughter of the Sikh and Imam. My father is an Imam, and definitely I know a bit of the Holy Quran and some aspect of it. The Bible too, because I schooled in the midst of the Christians, the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, where I'm in the midst of Christians. So I know a little bit of what is obtainable in the Quran. The Quran, though the Quran is silent on leadership role expected of the woman, but in as much it doesn't recognize imamship. Quran doesn't recognize imamship position for women because the peculiar nature of who a woman is. When you go to the other side of it, you look at being a leader. Examples in the Quran. Even the Quran as an holy book respect women. One surah to Nisa, the only that I don't think there is a surah for men. We have surah to Nisa and we have surah to Maryam. But we still need to ask our fathers at home, our spiritual father, our mentors, our grandfathers, maybe the aspect of the Quran that has placed the member of woman leadership. That is when we are able to get answer to that we'll be able to know how to solve that problem. That problem is definitely above us. Biologically now, as a woman, you have those features, you have those peculiar features of being a woman and want to be, this is a public this is a public platform, or you as a woman, you are known as a woman. What is it? Is there any space in our holy books which prevented the woman from determining how you want to use your body? You know, I was discussing with a person some weeks ago. That person, normally she's like a sister, she will come to me. And I then I have to ask at the point, how many children do you have? She told me 10. Is it 8? Wow! Isn't that much? Definitely she has no right to decide. Until we're able to answer this question of the biological imbalances, that biological aspect of the woman cannot decide the number of children you want to have, we can really solve that problem. Are we women in position to determine what the number of children we can have? I wouldn't know what the present generation or the past generation, we keep on having babies until the husband says enough is enough. That's an aspect. Culturally too, in the south, of recent, an article is on my table. I'm just trying to fine tune some aspect of it. Recently, chieftaincy titles were conferred by Memorita by His Royal Highness Memorita by Seriki Ilori, Dr. Ibrahim. Look at them, but say, Allah, look at me, it was conferred on so many, and I was scared. I was like, are we in a city where there are no women? Are we in a city where there are no women? Is it our culture? Is it so? I wouldn't know to do that one. Is it so? Is it so silent? On the road? Are there no roads for women? I was asking until we are able to answer that question, not be able to move forward. The socio-political description of the woman is of all the political parties in Nigeria. I'm using this template to expose where our problem as women, where our problems are. And I'm also using it to find a way out. Because when you are able to ask those questions culturally, why are there no women? Cultural women, even if they are not rich, even if there was money, men are in charge. They are always in charge. Very few women are in charge. Are we in a city where there are no women? Until we are able to answer that question, we will not be able to solve that problem. Then there is this socio-political description of who a woman is. All over Nigeria, I'm yet to hear that a woman is a chairman of a political party. Even one chairman of a party in Nigeria, I'm yet to. I don't know whether in the southwest or southeast or in the north central, where we're geographically placed. I've not been told, and I'm yet to hear that a woman is leading. Even with what this His Excellency Governor of Kwara State, Madam Abdulmaliq is doing to raise women up, there are still encumbrances because of the socio-political description of who a woman is. The makeup person, the decoration ends in the kitchen, and all this blah blah stuff. Unless you are able to answer that question, you just be moving around the issue, you have to find the solutions to them.
So, with what you said, who do you think is in position to give a succinct answer to this particular person? Who is the woman? Is it the woman or the society?
The society first. The society first.
Why do you say that?
I've been hearing it. There are certain behavioral patterns that are expected of the woman. Behavioral patterns like the woman. To a woman, you must be meek, you must be gentle. Even some cases, the comment has been passed like that. Are you not a woman? At times I mean that for me to be your place, I'm not that definitely I'm more told. So when you hear comments like that, it becomes like society. There is nothing. There is little. I think there is nothing. I'm only being unconscious of the realities. There are a lot of what can change the narrative. Much of what can change the narratives lie within the society. The picture of who we are those pictures the society formed. And there is we consistently saying you are brilliant. I'm a president. I'm a governor. People tell you, you have a good character, you are well mannered. There's a way it gingers you to continue to follow that pattern. In a situation when someone comes out expressing yourself, I want to do this, I want to do this. But you don't go and sit down, or you don't to go. That's it. The person may not say anything again. So the issue lies with the society more than the women. Because there is little we can do. There is little we can do. The little we are doing now, because I know personally narratives are changing, because the society is looking at certain aspect, untapped aspect. Always when you have the president Tanzania, a woman, we have President Johnson Sirleaf, the former president of Liberia.
Even the WTO.
Edima Okojo-Iweala, we have Aminat Muhammad, the vice rep secretary of Secretary of the United Nations.
United Nations, yes.
And we have so many of them, Okojo-Iweala, we have so many of them like that have been able to prove that women are more than what the society feels us. We are more than what the society thinks we are. Unless we are able to, we are moving forward. But it is becoming a little, it is cumbersome. Especially in this part of the world. Whether we like it or not, we are not for you, but we might come to North Central.
Yes.
There are certain peculiarities in North Central. Like when we want to do any of that, okay, I mean, you have to remember that the woman, even in the family, where a woman is the firstborn, you always make decision like even people like us do report and once you have like in my family too, we have so many boys. We girls are doing, we have so many boys. But those who are a little bit they are younger than our younger brothers. If I want to make comments, I need to tell them to depart to us too or be around. Everywhere we are not men, but we are around for some years. So whether we like it or not, there are issues like that. So it will take us a lot of effort and commitment. On our side, the side of women. For example, as society, we went to do, after some time, keep on pushing. You must keep on pushing. Society will have no option than to accept the fact that the women are breaking the ceiling. We are here and we are here to excavate that God-given capacity to change the society for better. Our society has a lot of roles to play. The society has roles to play than what we can really work up one day. In this part of the world, it will take a long time for a woman to want to be a governor. Today, look at the pictures, look at what is on ground. Even the chairman of the local government, so is there they will bring the fact that you are our daughter, or you marry somewhere else. No, you are there. This forgetting that as a woman, you have constitution of the Nigerian constitution gave women two options. You can either contest on the father side. You can also contest from the side of the husband. But they are always they are not ignorant, they are always playing politics with everything. But it will take us, we are moving. We are not resting, we are moving. At least we can say that the narratives are changing. But slow and steady, we surely get there.
Just joining us in the program Women Hour on Just Events Online. And with us in the studio is a political analyst and a social influencer, Dr. Abdulmaliq, Mopelola, Risikatullah. And what we've been talking about is building up women in the society. Coming to women work, like women society, just women, aside from challenges being faced from men, we women between ourselves, there are some people that are like, our life is too much, so is she the only one? All those kind of talk, like they will feel like, no, this thing is not meant for you. Women will be saying that a woman will be telling you that this thing is actually not meant for you, it is for man. What will you say about that?
To answer your question, I had a personal encounter recently where we were invited as stakeholders, invited for a meeting. I was opportuned to give me the space to talk. And I made a comment. We were all women, except less than 5. And among those of us who are women, some of them approached the person I don't want to be too, I want to find a way of meander. I want to meander the issue because I don't want to expose the issue too much. they have to go to that person that has to comment on the way she has been doing this and that, telling the woman some stories. What I want the woman to do is to wake up. I want you to wake up. These are the things you can wake up with. What do you do to grow? When it is about that, it will come. This world is a free world. When it is about it will come. Nobody can change that. That's the way society works. The world can never, has never at any particular time been static. We don't do that. Women are all us. Went to that person, blah, 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 stuff. That I was even saying that the person needs to wake up. What I was expecting the person to do is to come, to invite me or invite somebody. What she did, and she said this is that. So when you look at that, you know that women are problems within ourselves. We don't accept easily. We don't really, not like women. They usually drop things once it is like, leave it to me. But we will not. Even if they accept, if they are fortunate to be accepted, after sometimes then you see them building tension within the setting. But I think we are changing. We are trying to go very soon. Maybe we go in this online engagement. Emancipation is about women online from the office of the senior special on youth engagement. Mrs. Kausa, Mrs. Kausa. So in that sense, I think we are starting something. But the issue remains that women, we are here to realize that power, that God-given power, because we are a multitude. If no woman, no society. Train a woman, you train a nation. Nothing of such will say that we are here to get anything of such on the side of the man. And when you train a man, you train a nation. I'm here to get that. But when you train a woman, you train a nation. When you support a woman, you are supporting a nation. You have to just oppose it like that. When you look at what is happening in our society, people are like, even Prophet Muhammad was emphatic about it. One of his hadiths, that whoever successfully raised 3 daughters hard, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be like this with that person in the day of judgment. I do not with that. That alone is enough for the society to recognize the power of women. Unfortunately, even if the society is giving us the opportunity, we within ourselves, we are yet to see ourselves as one. We are full of competition.
Yes.
Even if you see somebody that is okay, somebody that is good, that can do it better, I like the position, but I'm not suitable. Let's go to this person. This person can do it better. What does it take away from you? But we are yet to get to that stage. We are still the way. I'm yet to see a visible change. I know those who I am close to. I am very close to. Immediately opportunity comes their way, it's like you don't know them. And personally for me, I will close my eyes. I don't just think I need God to survive. Whatever is mine will come to me. When you are opportunity to be in a position, why can't you raise others up through mentorship, through recommendation? Men are doing that for themselves. They are recommending themselves. They are planning succession. They have succession plan. But do you have? Even if you want to somebody you are trying to pick, as I am, I'm not getting younger. I'm in my 40s. I'm not a baby. So even if you have somebody you are looking at, is that person ready for mentoring? I've tried that. People have been able to locate. I've tried to, because at the end of you see them that they are not even in your life. They are too far. Because we are here to, although our society caused that. Our society is here to really, in my community, I was discussing with somebody that there are women we can really support. Congresses are coming up. Get women here, they are not ready to hear that too. They are just like money. What they do is to do competition for who do want to get married and who do want to. Those are the things, but things are changing. I can mention some women who are able to do well, to mentor others, who are approachable, whose doors are always open whenever you need not money, because we are not talking of seeking for money. People money, I won't come to you to beg. I do beg. I don't think I need to beg for money, but even ideas Let's look at this idea. Let's look at it. I've only been opportune to meet one, even someone that was so close to that we are going around during one of our programs. We were together, looking around to solicit for support. Immediately the opportunity comes, the story changes. And as me, I won't know because I don't even have the time. But we still need a lot to do. But slow and steady, we'll surely get there.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Do you think the current feminist revolt fulfilling the advocacy role on women's rights in the society?
The advocacy?
Yes, the feminist and the advocacy on women's rights.
On women's rights. Well, there are a lot of NGOs are spending. Advocacy has always been we've been doing advocacy. Recently, it gets all this NGO stuff, and it gets to quite recently. We've not been able to be doing much of non-governmental works, but with what we are doing now, we can up the game and we play a kind of strategy, synergy too. Recently, we wanted to start the She for She campaign. She for She campaign. One of my good friends and a woman rights activist too, Arabin Folashade Mopelola. We wanted to build a partnership. Let's do She for She. We started thinking, who are those in political position? We need them, because whether we like it or not, they are already on ground. We are on ground too, but they are on ground because they are in position of power, and there is a way power brings so many things to our doorstep.
Yeah.
We are thinking we are here to make up our mind, because those whom we have in mind are very approachable. You see, because no advocacy is cheap. Whether you like it or not, you do media. When you are taking noise in your room, when you don't do media with advocacy. You do sensitization, you do gender education, you do so many things. It requires, no matter how small, it requires some finance. Who will bear the cat? Who will provide the little resources needed? Who? Is it me? My salary? Is it you from the little you do? Even what to do, we can do, but little. That's why we always want to appreciate what Mrs. Adeyi is doing. But she's doing a bit with what is coming up now with the kind of synergy. Because that emancipation thing is like an advocacy. It's an advocacy. But it's not enough to do advocacy. What of the follow-up? There's follow-up. How many days? How many people are interested in this? How many people are ready to do this? And following up with a bit of resources. Fund for congresses, the highest is 10,000 for chairman. In fact, state, I think that's the state chairman. The world has 5,000, 2,000. But someone can buy like 4 or 5 forms. Give it to them. Ask them to campaign, but you ask yourself, where are you? In my local, in my ward. I'm not talking about it. In my ward, you have to buy this our ward. Ogbondoroko, no, not Ogbondoroko. Our ward in Laduba. Let me just use that. Our ward. Agoja.
Okay.
Abuji. Buda Agun. Those words. Have you been able to find a woman in that word? What? Okay, I'll buy 4. I'll support you. Just go. You do the normal negotiation. And yet, some weeks ago, I was discussing with one of my brother. Those who decide there, I was telling me that it will be very difficult. That in fact, we are now planning to go in there. Maybe we should organize a kind of sensitization, a kind of advocacy. But there is no way you will embark on advocacy without resources. If you are bringing resource persons, even if you are the person to do the resources, because you are the daughter or the son of the soil, you may just manage or you will buy it forever. But it goes beyond that. Especially in rural setting. How will you mobilize them? 17 words. that some are as far as in fact another. In fact, some are far away than Ogbomoso to Ilorin. This as a local government. How will you bring them to Afon, the center of gravity? Things are advocacy will work. We still need to keep on doing that. One day, very soon, working with what this present government have been doing. The present administration is still what we have been able, the governor has been able to do. It's a springboard. It's a stepping stone for women to wake up. But the question is, have we really woken up? I'm asking myself that question. You ask yourself, those listeners at home, those who are watching us at home, they should be able to ask themselves that question too. But slow and steady will definitely get there. Advocacy is good. And advocacy, even what is happening in Kwara State now, people sacrifice, people put their lives on the line. Even those of us who are the opposite sex, the weaker sex too, and they go with power. People like me, we were around, we were part of the teams, we were part of the groups that mobilize around to ensure that in each free election we sacrifice. The election at Omara will stay, we sacrifice. But it's not always easy. Not everybody has a supportive husband that will allow their wife or their wives to be moving from one place to another. Not everybody, but so as they will get there. But it's good we continue with our advocacy. We can go to school, we can catch them young, can tell them what it takes to be a woman, the pride of being a woman. In fact, my community there, somebody was telling me that there is no way you visit that community, you always see somebody that is pregnant, teenage pregnancy. I was asking my friends, what is making them do that? Do you know, Auntie? Is that whenever one of them put to bed, they will go there and help the person. They will discover that the person, there's bonfita in the house. There's hot amala with meat. That before you know it, in the next 2-3 months, you see that person getting all those stuff. So you hear stories like that, you will be asking yourself that. But definitely we'll get there. We'll keep on pushing. We'll keep on pushing, and definitely we'll get to the promised land. It's close. With what is happening now, we can build on it. By 2023, if you are lucky to gain some women, some capable women into the state assembly, let's start from that. Into the local government administration, chairman, councillor, if we mobilize ourselves, if we are sincere with ourselves, we have the numbers. But the problem is that we've not been too sincere with ourselves. We've not been too serious about utilizing the available opportunities.
Thank you very much, Ma. If you are still just joining us, we are on Just Events Online Women Hour. Our guest who has been talking since morning is the coordinator Women with Kwara Must Change. Ma, we should continue. You know, in life, women encounter many barriers when it comes to standing up for themselves, which include the spiritual aspect, as you said, the social description, the economic description, the economy aspect of life. When it comes to standing up for themselves, how do you think this can be coped? And yes, how do you think this can be coped in our society?
The basic issue in all we have in life is economic. You don't have economic power, there's nothing you can do. Economic power. If you are not schooled, if you are not employed, can't you do something at home? Can't you go into the entrepreneur? Can't you invest the little money you are using to buy makeup in one small business and doing that? When you solve that problem, I'm very sure before you solve the problem. Once you have the economic capacity, people like us, we stay at home. Our husband, we are like partners, we are companions. Before the month ends, started doing things with your resources. When the month ends, whether you are state or federal, you know someone, the husband is federal worker, the wife is state worker. You think they are brothers and sisters. But if the man is the one doing everything, if the instruction is that if the man instructed you not to go out, you dare go out, you will not feed. When you return, there will be no food for you and your children. So we look at solving the economic problem. Why the rate of women who are poor? Why are we in the brackets the percentage of women that are poor is much. We have to solve that problem. How? What can we do to take women out of poverty? What are the strategies? What are the kind of partnership? And if you are ready to take them out of poverty, what are they themselves doing that is making them poor? Sincerely speaking, women, at times when you look at us, we are the one creating. In fact, we are telling people we are poor. The fault lies in us than the society. People cannot manage resources. You just want to buy everything, anytime, anywhere. Men don't do that. I was chatting with the colleague. In fact, if your money or your salary is already mortgaged it, why are you working? What are you doing to survive? I discovered that since the situation has changed from what it was. He managed 4 pairs of shoes that he has. He polished them, I can count the number of children. But can a woman do that? Among us, the fellow women will like, Mrs. Lagbaja, no daily enjoyment. Yes, they are doing that. No daily enjoyment. What is happening now? That you don't look good, you don't look cool. Men don't do that. They don't even think of what anybody is wearing. In fact, they don't even think. I look at them, I've been examining the way of men compared to women. I've been doing that, and I've discovered that they don't even think of what to put on their body. Once they have what is neat, but women, even despite the fact that we are saying we are a little bit not within those brackets of women always buying things, still buy. Because if you don't buy, you see your family calling you to one side. That's what they say. Not minding that you need to save to be able to afford some things. One, you have to look at that. If you are taking women out of poverty, what are they themselves bringing onto themselves that is their ambition, that is bringing that poverty to their doorsteps? You look at that. Education. Education doesn't mean going to the four wall of the classroom or staying in a formal setting. You can even going to Islamic school is an education. Our parents and my own father wasn't know that later they said the old lesson that people of Emily do good that kind of mother. My father can write it Yoruba. But when it comes to communicating in Arabic, my mother will write good letter. Even if you cannot go to school, you can at least go to Islamic school. Even if you cannot do that, you can go and learn something. And then there are so many skills that you can acquire. There are so many skills. There are so many. Even in some communities in Nigeria, in some societies, like in the southwestern states, they do freedom. You can learn even. But I was so surprised to hear that. But what I used to know is that once your mother is selling, palm oil, you will sell palm oil. There is no way you came to sell cream because your mother is not selling cream. But their own, they will go and learn how to even sell provision. They go and learn how to sell clothes. Because all this business has the hidden strategy that those people you see in the agro market are using. You cannot come to them and push money to it without getting to understudy somebody. Yes. Whether you like it or not, it may collapse. I was into this provision business before. Me as a civil servant, because as a civil servant, because my children will go to school and return in the evening by 4. They will be selling which provision will be sell after. So, but in their own case, they go and learn it from another. The person has been in the business for years. After learning it, they do freedom, like the normal tailor and hairdresser they were doing here. Then, if you cannot go to school, formal setting, then go and learn skill, go and acquire skills. That will take them out of poverty. Then money management. You must be educated on how to manage money. If you don't know how to manage money, it's a bit of problem. I was in the Keke and this Malwa stuff. So a day to Salah, the woman was like, see, look at her. She cannot manage. Her husband gave her 1,000 naira. You decided to go and buy Semo 450. Semo 450. You are not thinking of the soup. Can't you buy Gary? The person was telling me, can't you buy? He was telling me that I advise that person. She advised that person. Why can't you buy Gary? When you buy Gary 2 mudu 500. You can eat it for like, but once a month 450 or 5. So you one time with your 4 children. Money management. We have to learn how to manage money. Education, skills, learning to manage resources, saving as part of management. Then we have to appeal to our husbands to be supportive. No matter the potential, no matter the quality, you don't have a supportive husband, the answer is 0. You need your husband. You need the man. You need him just as he needs you. But the problem is that because of the way God has created men, I'm sorry to say this, my father is a man and my brothers are men, but nature has always made human beings stingy, selfish. They always look at one side of the issue. Some men are afraid of the woman being in the news. They are afraid of the woman being everywhere. They are afraid of the woman being in public space.
Because that's insecurity.
No, it's by nature. You know, when you are exposed, at times you challenge the authority. Those are when you look at those authority at times, the authority that are meant to keep you where you're supposed to, where they want you to be. But they will not want a woman that will say, Ejeka will buy, Ejeka will buy. In fact, some moms, husbands and wives, some moms, husbands and wives don't even communicate. Husband and wives, they don't have round table discussion. Whatever the man says is the final. So we still need to appeal to our husbands. We still need to appeal to our fathers and our brothers to please support their wives. Not only in politics, whatever they lay their hands on, they should be supportive. Aside from being that, we still need to appeal to our parents too. Our husbands, our parents. Let us train the girl child. Let us invest in them. Let us encourage them to acquire skills. Even those who are in the universities now, they are acquiring skills. Like I was telling somebody, I didn't mean when we were in school, the situation was like this. I would have enrolled as a fashion designer. I would have enrolled as a fashion designer. I used to tell my children, I have the opportunity. I didn't really have the opportunity. I have it now. I will enroll as a fashion designer because I think I can function there better. Because even if it's about that coins, that money, that take home cannot take you anywhere. You still need to look at that aspect. And so on and so forth. We still need to appeal to our society too. The society has their own aspect of helping us to find solutions to our problem. You have the skill, you have the husband, you have the parent support, you can say you are managing. Society will impose issues on women. I used to say it. A man can decide to travel from Abuja to Kwara without buying bread, without buying anything. Who would dare challenge that woman not to enter their family house because they didn't buy bread? Try it as a woman. You will see the way they will just look at you. You don't even know what you are passing through. You don't even know whether you are conserving your resources. And it's more peculiar here. One of my friends from Kwara South approached me one day. Who let she cope by? Sincerely speaking, that's what she do. Now look at it. Is she telling lies? No. We have a lot of family gatherings. But whether you like your talk, although it has its own sides too, it's not all about negative. But at times you'll be expending resources that you ought to save up. You ought to save up to meet certain obligations. You are not using it because the family comes. When the family calls, you don't have option than to answer. Even some cases you are explaining to them, they won't even listen. They won't even know how they can label you and you are stingy, she's stingy. What can you do? That aspect too, society needs to cut down. Because when I say society, the family inclusive. Society is a large congregation of families. So when you look at it, then we can then help women to grow. And women themselves must be ready. They must be ready to grow too.
Thank you, ma. Thank you very much, ma, for the educative session of today's Women Hour on our topic, Build Up Women. What we've been discussing on, she has said several things on how to build up women in the society. She said society is there has much to do on letting women know their potentials in the society as well as the family, and we the women should understand and know their capacity in the society. According to Sherry Shanbe, she said in the future there will be no female leader, but just leader. What that connotes is, in the future, that difference, that segregation, that discrimination will not be anymore. Everything will now be in a normal procedure. It will now be a normality that women too are people with potentials in the society. We are about to draw the curtain of today's episode of Women's Hour. Join us next week on another edition of this program. I am still your host, Rukayat. Shittu, thank you for staying with us.